Hey, what's going on, everybody? Got some. I don't even know if I'd call it sad news. A little disappointing news. I'm a little bummed about it. Before we start playing, the title of the stream is obviously Star Wars Jedi Survivor has been delayed. This came out like an hour or two ago, and I was just going to read the statement real quick before diving into the game, but this is from a tweet that Molly just put in the chat if you wanted to check it out. But here's what it says. For the last 3 years, the Jedi team here at Respawn has poured its collective heart and soul into Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and we're proud to say the next chapter in the tale of Cal Kestis is content complete. We are now focused entirely on the final stage, bug fixes to enhance performance, stability, polish, and most importantly, the player experience. Jedi Survivor is a direct response to the feedback from our community, delivering expansive destinations to explore, evolved combat and traversal, and of course, the continuation of Cal and BD's story. Making this game has truly made us a better team, and we have pushed ourselves at every level to make this the Star Wars sequel our fans expect from Respawn and Lucasfilm Games. In order for the team to hit the Respawn quality bar, provide the team the time they need, and achieve the level of polish our fans deserve, we've added 6 crucial weeks to our release schedule. Star Wars Jedi Survivor will now launch globally on April 28th. Thanks to EA and Respawn for giving us the time to deliver the best experience for our players, and to all of you for understanding. May the Force be with you, Stig, and the Star Wars Jedi team. That is the full official response. Like I said, I am disappointed about the wait, but I'm ultimately okay with it. It's not that long of a delay. I don't think it's indicative of any problems with the game or anything. I'm fine if they want to take their time, get rid of some bugs, not launch too early. I'll be sad for those 6 weeks, I'm sure, but also we're gonna be completely busy. Like as Star Wars fans, at least if you watch the Star Wars live action series, then you've got the Mandalorian starting on March 1st. That's gonna take us almost all the way to April 28th. Not to mention the Bad Batch is also going to be on. Not to mention Star Wars Celebration is happening at the beginning of April. So, in a sense, I'm actually glad that I'm not going to be distracted by that pesky Mandalorian show, because honestly, Star Wars Jedi Survivor is what I have been most excited about for 2023. I love the Mandalorian as well. Obviously, can't wait for Grogu and Din to come back. But I was kind of like, I'm going to have to be splitting my own personal time between watching the show, covering the game, and then content wise, it would all be split up. So I am happy that there is an element of like, okay, I can devote all my attention to The Mandalorian. And then when Star Wars Jedi Survivor is out, that can get just about all my attention. And then that's probably going to help us bridge the gap to Ahsoka whenever that's coming out. My guess would be late June. So, we're going to have the end of April, like all of May, and that can just be Star Wars Jedi Survivor time. But those are my thoughts. So let's jump into chat and see what all of you think. I see a super chat from Templin Institute there. Thank you, Mark. I'll get to that in a second.
There's a long journey ahead of us.
Oh, thanks, Seer. Yeah, an extra 6 weeks.
All this time because they were easy to find.
It's a challenge I'm willing to take.
I can see that. I'm glad you believe in what we're trying to accomplish.
And Andy already making the joke. I'll go ahead and say it. I'm playing it on Jedi Knight level. Molly, I didn't forget to put it in the chat. I just didn't have room with everything else going on.
Deflecting attacks. I am terminating your life.
But yeah, just playing on Jedi Knight difficulty. Oh my god. He's gonna keep on grabbing me. Just finish you. I don't need to take control of you. So a lot of people saying, yeah, it gives me more time to read Battle Scars, which I did think was surprising that they were only gonna put Battle Scars out like 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks before the game released. So that is true. That's a good point. Nathan, it's interesting that it's coming out after Celebration now. That is interesting, and I wonder if that means Survivor will get a bit of a presence at Celebration. I think it's probably too late for that, but you never know. I do like that. Scotty, yeah, we'll keep the same book club dates. Kitty, I'm fine with it being said. I did also immediately tweet Marlene's. Y'all talk it over, but please remember that I'm bleeding out. Good Last of Us reference. And yeah, like, I put out my own tweet of like, okay, ultimately,
Enemy
I
here.
think this is a good thing.
Won't survive much longer. We'll catch you, Jedi.
However, you know, I don't have to fight all these people. And I won't.
Get in here.
I think it's a good thing, but it did also, like, I just kind of sat there staring at nothing for a few minutes after tweeting that because I am bummed about it. I was looking forward to playing it in March, even though it was going to be insanely busy.
Won't get away.
But it's okay. So I need to get back to that spot where I can force push stuff. Which I think is over there. It's this way. Right? Yeah, that's the short way. Also, I'm a little annoyed that I had this planned out perfectly. I was like, oh, it'll take me about 10 weeks, one playthrough at a time, to finish Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Jedi is here.
And now that's been ruined.
Keep your head down. How am I supposed to hit him? Watch your back.
Oh, both of them at the same time? That's not fair. Okay, this guy needs to go.
Pressing fire. You can't escape us.
Alright.
I can't do this by myself. I can't.
Hi, Hosalf, I'm good. How are you? And Max K, it's delayed until April 28th.
I need help.
Can I make this jump? I don't even know. Oh, I forgot I can't double jump yet. Well. That's why I would not last long as a Jedi, because I would just assume I could double jump everywhere.
Found the target.
Kitty, I agree with you that I hope one of the things that they improve over this game is the map.
Ready for a beating?
The map is okay, and there is like a lot of stuff they have to include. So I get it, but
Smash your face.
if they were to totally revamp the map system, I would be happy. Give BD1 a software upgrade.
Wasn't expecting this. It's a giant Zepho statue. Kinda thought there would be Zepho stuff inside.
Alright, now I got the Scomp Link. Now I can get the Double Blade.
Scomplink? Yeah, you're right. I think I could replace yours with this. Let's get you fixed up. How's that? Want to try it out?
Get it, BD.
Thanks, BD.
Stop! Intruder!
Whoop. Patrick, when do we think we're gonna see anything, like, detailed gameplay-wise? Maybe they'll prep something for Celebration. I really doubt it. Whoops. I really don't think they're going to, since I get the sense that this wasn't even remotely part of the plan. Dang it. Can I make this? I'm gonna go for it. I'll just do that. So, like, I really hope there's a gaming panel at Celebration,
Not for you, right?
but
That's what we need.
I would expect that they're gonna save gaming stuff for... Is this right? No, I'm, like, lost again. I think they're probably gonna save gaming information, like, for new games, and if this delay is just kind of an all-of-a-sudden thing happening, that we're probably going to focus on different stuff. But I do hope that even if we don't get a new trailer or something,
I see you.
that we will... Oh! Okay, get up, Cal. That they'll put out something else in the extra 6 weeks that we might see more about the game. Okay, yeah, this feels right. I like how I've played this game. This is my 5th time through it, and I still... Wait. I still get lost. I know I need to get over there. Down there. Okay. Maybe. Well, anyway, I need to go back and we got some super chats, and one of them came in right at the beginning of the stream from Dis This. Thank you, Dis This. Have you guys seen Dune? If it fit in Star Wars, when would the movie take place? The 2021 version, that is. Much love from the East Coast. It's interesting. Like, I think that Dune, obviously, it does share a lot of similarities with Star Wars because George Lucas took a lot of inspiration from it. I feel like I could just jump down there and figure things out from here. That has to be right. If I were to place it in Star Wars, I think I would place it older Republic era, like and forgive me, I'm not fully up on my Dune lore. So I don't remember what everything is called. But yeah, I think I'd place it farther back in the timeline. Oh, I haven't gone that way yet? Okay.
Do your magic, BD.
So that feels like maybe when we could almost even get some of the origins of the Force through the spice, the melange or whatever. Maybe they do something like that. Put it like ancient Star Wars
Seer,
times.
there's a transport ship leaving the Empire's base.
Okay,
I
man,
heard.
I'm
They
embarrassed
plan to
about how
bring
long
several
it took me to
artifacts
figure
from
that out.
Coruscant.
Does that mean?
That the Emperor is interested in Zepho? Maybe.
Thanks, BD.
I'll let you
Come on,
live.
BD.
What's that? Christ! It's just me that you're gonna wipe us out! How did you kill them all? You can't keep this
Deflecting blaster bolts never ever gets old in this game. I love it. You can live, droid. Templin Institute finally got to it. Thanks again, Mark, for the super chat.
Know any
Each
jokes,
formation
BD?
in the Grand Army of the Republic, excluding systems armies, is made up of 4 smaller formations, 4 regiments and a legion, 4 legions and a corps, etc. Do you know why this is? Because I do. No, I don't, Mark. Why is that? And I don't even know if you're still here, but I'm sure it's a very smart reason, and I'll be very impressed. Fake fan. Okay, Mark is still here. Fake
Gotta be
fan,
some
shake my head.
information
Yeah,
on the
you know me.
excavation inside, right? Always looking on the bright side. Thanks, buddy.
Mark, I've been rewatching The Mandalorian, and I got to the part where Cara Dune says that she's seen ATSTs wipe out entire companies of soldiers, and I thought of you and how mad it made you. I'll let the Jotaz take care of him first. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay.
He can't beat all of us.
I can, and I will. Go ahead. Oh, well, that's not what I thought would happen. Mark, I'm looking for an answer. Or were you just gloating and you weren't going to tell anyone here in the chat? Because if you don't tell anyone else in the chat, then I don't think you really know the answer. Magic Punch. Templin Institute made a video about that because I think a company is like an absurd amount of soldiers for an ATST to have taken out. Like, maybe it's possible, but I don't know. The number of it all made Mark mad. Mark's easily upset by silly things like numbers. Mark likes facts or whatever instead of fantasy. And we like to razz each other about it because we experience
Let's see what's
Star
behind
Wars stories in very different ways.
That's how you do it.
Do I want to go down there? I can go down there. I guess it doesn't really matter. I think I go to the same spot. Oh. Oh, okay.
Do your magic, BD.
Templin, I can't do everything at the same time. I'm sorry I missed your answer, but I believe you. I'll find it later.
Do not concern yourself
But
with
Ice,
the
thank
missing
you for the next
artifact.
super chat.
I'll deal with it.
Obviously, delay is a bummer, but I totally get the reasons, and I agree. Let the team take that time and let this game be as great as it can be when we finally get our hands on it. Still hyped all the way. Same. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a bummer, but that will pass. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna let them be. I'm not gonna be sad about it for long. Especially, like, honestly, when Mando is on, I'll probably be relieved. Because March was gonna be a busy month. Alright. These might be my least favorite Purge Troopers.
I see you, Jedi.
Oh! Okay.
Are the Inquisitors
Wasn't that
coming?
bad, though.
It's possible, but we're far
They
from
seem
Rockbridge.
like the most
They
annoying
might
to
be
me. I
present
like the
right now.
melee ones a
Or
lot
they could
more.
be stalling you on purpose. Stay wary.
And Ice with a
sign
second
of
super
the
chat. Thank you, Ice.
No.
Are you gonna get the double blade on Vagano? Eventually. Not right now. I'm gonna play through this
Okay.
first.
We'll keep looking.
Hey.
I've come to deliver Temple's message.
Oh, okay.
He said, it's called a square system. It allows two formations to attack, one to retain in reserve, and one to remain in depth. Read a book.
Read a book. Thank you, Mark. But you know, having that information delivered through Molly made it more palatable. It didn't come from Mark himself, so I actually listened to it a little bit. Oh, I didn't. Just wanted to rest. Matthew Fernandez, thanks so much for the next super chat. Since Daisy Ridley is interested in returning as Rey, could we see a new trilogy, a Disney Plus series, or perhaps just a singular movie or an episode 10, or maybe something in between the sequel trilogy? Well, I don't want to read too much into what Daisy said. Like, she's certainly not closing any doors. I don't know that anything is actively happening. She said the old, like, Ewan McGregor line of, oh, I'm just waiting on a phone call.
Hey, Grease, you busy?
Well, I was trying to watch.
And it's like,
you know, no,
come
I'm
on, you
not
went
busy.
to
Never
lunch at
busy.
Lucasfilm. There's more than a phone call.
You need something?
But
I'm standing next to two crashed ships.
I don't want to
Looks like you weren't the only pilot who
pretend
had
like,
trouble with the
oh,
wing
that definitely
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
means
you just
something is
realized
happening,
that?
and that
Where have you been?
that
It
is
doesn't get better than me.
definitely
Yeah, okay.
on her mind.
Thanks.
You know, you're
All right, I gotta get up
you're,
there.
You're welcome.
But
I gotta go. I gotta think. So gotta.
I think it's certainly possible. Run up the wall, Cal! I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Is it not? Or do I just jump on it? Am I overcomplicating this? I probably am. No? Maybe it's jump and then jump. Oh gosh! I did it again. Come on. Okay.
Zephonian skull. Killed in some
But
horrifying
could we
death.
see a new trilogy, a Disney Plus series, or just a singular movie? Well, first, I hope they don't do... I really don't hope one in episode 10. I feel like the Skywalker saga is over, so I don't necessarily want... I feel like episode 10 would mean another Skywalker episode, if that makes sense. And I'd rather them just kind of do something different, even if Rey is heavily involved, or if she is only a little involved. I don't know. But I don't really want episode 10 personally. A new trilogy, like, I would absolutely be down to see more of her training Finn, or maybe we jump heavily into the future and like Finn is a full-fledged Jedi. They're making and they're making a new order. I'm all about that. Be gone, droid. I don't think I can get up there yet. Because I keep trying to double jump when I don't have a double jump. Okay. Disney Plus series would be cool, but like right now I feel like Daisy Ridley is doing more film stuff, film projects. Doesn't mean she wouldn't do a Disney Plus series or anything, but I know that's important to some actors. I don't know that it's as important as it used to be, though. Like, I think for a while there it was like TV was looked down upon, which is silly. And I feel like that has become less and less of a stigma. But yeah, like, I don't know what I definitely want to see her and Finn as Jedi together, wherever that is. And we kind of talked about this in our Q&A the last week, about how there haven't been any books and comics about this era, or the post-Tross era. And to me, I think that means they're gonna save it for something else. Save it for a series or a movie or something. Personally, I'm hopeful that the next films are completely disconnected from the Skywalker saga, even if that means Rogue Squadron is even farther down the line. Like, I would love a Rogue Squadron movie, but I'd like them to go just do something completely new, whether that's Old Republic or way in the future. I don't know. Like, I just want to see something. Take a break from the Skywalker saga. That's my personal feelings on the matter, but at this point, I'm down for anything. It's been so long since we've had a Star Wars movie. We're still 2.5 years, almost 3 years away from the next one. So, really, I'm like, whatever you want to do next, I guess just bring it on. And Sean Room has the next super chat. Thank you, Sean. If it were to happen, what ship would you like to see Cal pilot in Survivor, in a mission or a cutscene? Well, we know he's going to pilot the Stinger Mantis, which is interesting. I mean, that's Grease's baby, so it's worrying that he is not there. I mean, that's been the question on everyone's minds. Where are Grease? Where is Marin? What did I just do? Did that do anything? Oh well, let's go, BD.
Look out! How's he blocking everything? Watch my back!
Systems failing.
I'm just gonna try to hack one of these.
Not an easy target!
Get him, BD.
Watch out! Get to cover!
Recalculating offense.
All right, let's take care of you.
Large damage initiated.
All right. Now we can just sit back and watch. It would be cool if you got like some ship flying. Oh, are they cool? If you got some ship flying stuff. I think that would be nice. I think they're probably going to keep it very similar to this game, where you're mostly on the ground. But then again, we have the animal mounts. We've got things you can glide from, so adding ships certainly would be interesting. But that feels like a whole different set of rules that they'd have to bake into the game. Then again, they could just work with Motive, who already set up squadrons.
Your odds of surviving
Are you a friend? I can't remember if I hacked you or the other one. I guess not. But if we were to choose a ship, good question.
climb up a zip line?
And throwing the Mantis out.
This
If
motor's
we had like a
super
starfighter,
How does it
give
feel?
him an old Clone Wars Jedi ship. Give him a Delta 7 or an Eta 2, something along those lines. I think it would be cool to give him something that he grew up seeing.
There's got to be a way to the tomb now.
And maybe never got the chance to fly. I think that'd be cool.
Let's move, BD.
Might as well rest again. I'm a very, like, cautious gamer. I rest and save any and every chance I get. I probably don't have to, but that's what I do. Hey, what's up, Rick Villanueva? And Darth Nicholas, thank you for the next super chat. I totally forgot to mention this last week, but I am open to the possibility of Skara Nal belonging to the Rakatans, that being from the Bad Batch episode last week. Skara Nal belonging to the Rakatans, and that they used a similar super weapon to decimate the surface of Tatooine, as shown in Dawn of the Jedi. I think it's... I mean, anything is possible. Whatever, whatever the agents are. No, no, push him.
Taking the shot.
And push you.
Don't let up.
All right, I feel like that guy should have been shot to death. You know what? I don't know why I'm not pushing everyone. But yeah, I think that the Ancients... I love the Zepho theory. I don't think it's actually true. I think that the Ancients are just meant to be the Ancients. It wasn't spelled with a capital A, which now I'm getting into tinfoil sort of analysis of the whole scene. But my my official thought is that it's just some new mysterious thing, but I would love it if it did wind up being the Zepho, or I'd love it if it were the Zepho or the Rakatans or anything. That I just think it would be fun. Oh, that did, okay. I'll just let them go. What?
Leaving unauthorized.
Oh, is it gonna chase me? You know what? I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Individual detected. Engaging.
For a second. Alright, they're fine.
I see you, Jedi.
Oh, you. Okay, I may have forgotten about these guys.
This one's mine.
These actually might be my least favorite ones. They're so fast.
Finish the job.
Okay. I'm trying to remember this playthrough to use the force slow a lot more. I tended to ignore that in my previous playthroughs. But not this time. I will slow things down.
worker left their
Gio
tools in
Flores,
the
thanks for
They were anxious
your
to
4-month
locate
membership to the
but also
Biggs
careless
Mega
that history
Fans.
buried here.
Saw there. You're a big saver too. I've been playing Resident Evil Village, and I thought I had to go back a whole hour, but only had to 25 minutes, so I believe in saving. Yeah, I like can't stand having to go through the same stuff over and over and over again. I save constantly. I remember, I think it was Metal Gear Solid, the PlayStation game. Well, I played it on GameCube for the first time, but I remember when you go to Psycho Mantis and he starts to mess with you by, like, reading your stats to you, and he's like, oh, you're a cautious player, aren't you? You saved X amount of times. And I remember being pretty young and being a little embarrassed by the number. I was like, oh, that's probably too much. Speaking of, let's go save. Lord Hosk, thanks for the next super chat. Are we keeping you from something, BD? Is that a quote in the game? I don't. I haven't.
Doing okay, BD?
I haven't patted BD in a while. There, let's give him a little pat. I love doing that. Okay, can't go that way yet. Is this to the second sister? Pretty sure it is. Can't go that way yet anyway, so at least I remember where I'm at. Time to go fight. Maddie Gunner. Hey, first of all, I hate Psycho Mantis.
How predictable.
I thought that was such a creative boss fight back in the day.
I know your name. Your
Having to, like,
class,
plug your controller
and
into the
most
second port.
importantly, about Cordova. Tell me, where did he hide the holocron?
Scotty Heron, thank you for the super chat. What's your best or favorite Biggs quote? Luke, at that speed, do you think we'll be able to pull out in time?
I've suffered far worse. You will not defeat me.
I'm gonna break your block. Oh. Okay, I dodged that.
You're falling behind.
Little taunt,
You cannot
okay.
defeat me.
I love the zipping around that she does. Come on.
Always one step behind.
Oh, that's not fair.
Very well. You won't dodge the next. I will destroy you.
I'm doing all right. Second Sister is not that bad of a boss fight, in my opinion. It's all about the counter, which I really like that system of fighting. Okay, I dodged that, but fine. I'll give this you.
I've suffered far worse.
Come on. Look at me using the Force slow.
Very well. You won't dodge the next.
Those, man, I'm having trouble dodging that one for real. Did pretty good there. Did pretty good, if I do say so myself. But back to Biggs quotes. I do think at that speed will we be able to pull out in time? That one always makes me laugh. But the most heartbreaking Biggs quote is, "We'll hear all your stories when we get back." That one crushed me, even as a 12-year-old,
Cracked in an imperial
10-year-old. That's when the
torture
special
chair,
editions came out,
surrendered
and
the
we got to see
location of her naive
those restored
Padawan.
scenes.
They would never have found me.
I also like the deleted scene quote, "You've got a mouth bigger than
If it
meteors,
wasn't for
kid."
her, she betrayed me.
Trilla.
Darth Nicholas, thank you for another super chat. Why were Purge troopers so weak
won't
in
let you
Kenobi
manipulate
compared to
me.
Fallen Order?
So sure are you?
To me, they were
When
treated
faced
similarly
with a
to the
choice
Death
to
Troopers and
protect
Rebels.
herself
Could there
or
have
her
been an
Padawan,
in-canon
she
explanation
chose
for the downgrade?
self-interest. She'll sell you out.
First of all, probably not. I totally agree with you that
I can handle myself.
I'll make up an in-universe
Can you
explanation. I
afford
have an
to
idea,
take that
but
chance?
I think it was just they
Your
wanted to
master,
include Purge
Harvest
troopers, but
great
yeah,
doctor.
just like the Death Troopers are
The look
often
on her face when
portrayed,
she saw what they had
they're
done to me,
they're just
as I
black
am
armored
now.
stormtroopers, and
She
they're supposed to
turned,
be scary, and they are,
exposing her
but they don't
true
do much
nature.
different outside of
She
Rogue One. The
used
Death Troopers got
the
to really
dark
perform there.
side.
She cut herself off. from
As
the Force.
for
Oh?
Kenobi,
How long
I would
before she
probably
cracks
go
and
with
betrays you
the
too?
the Inquisitors
Is that who you want beside
weren't
you
what
when
they
you find
used to
the
be. I
hologram?
mean, 10 years after
What
Order
would Jar
66,
Jar
they
say?
weren't
You
in
have no right
practice
to mention his name.
of hunting
wonder. What
Jedi
would he
as
think
much.
if he could see his
We get to see
Padawan
them do it a
now,
little bit, but
skulking
even in the Darth Vader
shadows
comics,
with the
which
betrayer,
I think they reach a
granting her
point of
access to
around
a
3
legion
years
of
after
impressionable
Order
students.
66, they're like,
I won't let
we've
anyone
got just
touch
about
them.
all the Jedi there are to get, so they start doing other missions, and they probably
I thought the same
started to
thing.
neglect training the Purge troopers the way that they should have been. Also, by that point, they wouldn't have been clones anymore. They were originally clones. The Fallen Order Purge troopers, well, they're not clones either. But still, they're probably in a little more practice. So I would just chalk it up to that. A lack of practice. Oh, the slidey floors. I can't remember if there's... One of these has like a hidden...
Thanks for the
Oh,
help back
that's
there,
not even
BD.
hidden.
You saved my life.
It's just where we're supposed to go.
And got us closer to the tomb.
But yeah, that would be my in-universe explanation for the Purge troopers becoming less and less scary. But then I bet we will see those upgraded Purge troopers in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the same ones from Kenobi. I'm gonna guess that they designed that armor after the Survivor armor, since the game takes place at the same time as Kenobi. So I bet we're still going to get scary Purge troopers in the next game.
We found
I
it.
kind of hope we do anyway.
Feels different than the other tomb. I don't know. I don't like it.
Michelle Cobb, thank you for 2 super chats here. Thanks so much. Don't feel bad about getting lost. I once spent 30 minutes running around Zepho trying to find the crash site after I accidentally left it. Yeah, Zepho is... I like it a lot. I really like all of the
But
various platforming and stuff that you have to do in here.
tell me.
But I understand. Some people, when they leave Zepho, they're like, never again. And I understand that feeling.
Tried to contact her. Slicing encrypted transmissions was always a pastime of hers. She taught me.
But
once.
I really love the
There's no
platforming.
techniques
I've been
there
playing a lot of
that I haven't perfected.
Metroidvania platforming games recently. Right now I'm playing through the Ori games, Ori and the Blind Forest, and I'm on Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And just a good platformer. I love a good platformer. I love a good Metroidvania. Good stuff. Oh, God! Oh, I was too late. Oh, just foot to the face. Great. Nah, I don't want to deal with that. Oh, can I push it? Still like remembering how to fight these guys. Do the power-up thing. Nope, didn't work. Maybe you can only pull the core out. I thought you could push it out, but whatever. Okay. I can handle the second sister fine, but a robot takes me out. Almost. So far, I think the only thing that's killed me in this game are the bugs on Bogano. So that's embarrassing. And I remember that puzzle. That one's kind of a pain. Okay. And Michelle, thank you for a second super chat. Oh, let me scan something. Do you think there's any chance the Survivor delay has anything to do with story, timelines, TV shows, and release dates? Story, timelines? No, I don't think so. Release dates, I can see. Like, that does make some sense to me because March was going to be so packed with Star Wars stuff. I don't really think it was the meaning for the delay. It could have been. And I'm okay if that is the case, of just like, hey, let's take 6 extra weeks. We can fix some bugs, really test the game.
For what?
My scouts
and
artifact of interest at the rear of this
they
tomb,
can
but
also
now I'm
not
studying
have to
it.
compete, quote unquote, with The Mandalorian or The Bad Batch or Star Wars Celebration. Like, I'm happy that we're able to just enjoy the game.
I see. Can't be that quick.
There's too many scout troopers. Let me take care of the range guys first.
Back, I've got this.
No. Let me... Stop it. I just want to thank you. You go down there. And you think about what you've done. Huh.
You can't match me.
Oh, there's someone else here? Is he just down there?
We'll get you, Jedi.
Who's here?
Get out here.
Okay, I think I need to unlock Force Pull before I can do any of that. As for timelines, story timelines and stuff, I doubt it. I don't know for sure, obviously, but... Ah. Oh, now, do the force push. Oh, why doesn't that work? I'm trying to think of a way that the Mandalorian would... Nope. Trying to think of a way the Mandalorian could tie into Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and I'm sure there is a way, but
We're never getting across this
I just
gap.
doubt it.
Better double back and tell the squad.
I always feel a little bad for that guy. Oh, and this guy. Oh well. Oh, I'm making great time. Okay, I didn't even realize. Again tonight, if you've been around for the past 2 live streams, after this, in a little over an hour, I'm going to be over on the Certain POV channel with Molly and the POV crew, and we're talking about The Last of Us episode. Come on, rat. Oh, God, just pinballing. We're talking about The Last of Us, Episode 3. And we're going to
More
be
of my soldiers
chatting over there for an hour, hour and a half or
Afraid to
so.
face me yourself?
Had your droid not
But yeah, I'm going to be
intervened, I
playing
would
this
have
for another
killed you with ease.
hour-ish.
It's
Which
okay, buddy. Just ignore her.
I think I'm going to get farther than my goal was today. Good for me. Darth Nicholas, thanks for another super chat. My favorite and least favorite Inquisitor. Honestly, I think the second sister might be my favorite one, but that's because we know the most about her. I think she is really interesting, really relatable. Like, I really appreciate... Ah, nice. I really appreciate that her backstory ties in very well with the themes of the game and Cal's story and Marin's story. And just all three... Okay. All three of these, I don't want to say kids, but they're pretty young. All three of them had to deal with trauma, and like the loss of their families. Ah. Okay. Where'd you go? What the? He just phased out of existence. Where is he? I think he got stuck in the level. Okay. Speaking of bugs. Okay, Purge Trooper, you're very scary. Goodbye.
I'm feeling weak, BD. Just in time.
Ice, thanks for the super chat / tip. You can't force push the ones in this tomb, only pull will work. I remember learning that the hard way and going, really, they're messing with me. Yeah, I mean, I've learned it the hard way. I guess I should say, oh my god! Alright, scared me. I should say I haven't learned it yet because I keep trying to do it. Ooh, Charlie, good question. And thanks for the super chat. Favorite... Oh, that's right. Favorite Last of Us episode so far. Oh, man. That's a tough question. Probably still the first one. I really loved the first one, but I also really loved Sunday's episode with Bill and Frank. It was completely not what I expected.
Part of a workforce that helped construct this tomb.
But
Died before the job was finished.
I love the way that they... Is this right? Yeah. I love the way that they keep kind of messing with the expectations of it all. That they keep changing the game, but in good ways. To keep it fresh for the people who did play the game. So it was a new story, but it was still wonderful. And still served Joel and Ellie's story together. Bill still served a similar purpose to Joel's story, just in a different way. So yeah, I really loved episode 3. Okay, yeah. I'd rather fight the rats. I'm making a couple dumb combat choices here or there, but so far I'm feeling pretty good about myself. It's been a while since I played this, but I think playing it on Grandmaster even just that one time was very helpful. Now watch me get killed by the scope! No! The goats always gave me trouble.
Imagine the artifacts the Empire would have missed if it weren't for your intervention on this backwater planet.
Sure it's worth the cost? I hear Project Augur came at a high price.
Stormtroopers and work.
Mr. Shu, thanks for the next super chat. What are the chances that we ever see Jyn Erso again in any Star Wars media? She's one of my favorite characters from new Star Wars, and her death haunts me. Oh, I'm sorry. I think there's a good chance. I do. I'm surprised it hasn't happened, frankly, a little more. Like, I think the last time we saw her was in Forces of Destiny. Maybe I should go. I'm being cautious. I'm like, there's a spot down there to go rest. I probably should. So, like, I don't think that they're ignoring her or anything. I think they just don't have a story to tell right now. The second someone has a story, I think it'll happen. So chances are, I would say, high. Anytime soon? In the next few years? I don't know. Like, I don't know that we're going to get anything specific. Especially with Andor kind of currently filling that gap of the Rogue One characters. There might be some mention of... Come on.
Do you feel alive, Jedi? Keep fighting!
Oh. Oh, God, the rats! Get him. No, rat! Kill him!
My time.
He's invading your house. Oh, get him! No, rats!
Let's look.
Oh, did I not scan that guy? Oops. Huh. Oh, and I forgot to do my least favorite Inquisitor. Excuse me. Second Sister's my favorite. Let's see. Who else have we got? Maybe the fourth... Oh, fart! That was rude. I'm gonna go with the fourth sister, just because she has done nothing so far. Like, I don't even know why... I don't know why she was in Kenobi, because, like, she and the fifth brother were just kind of dropped. And I think that's so strange. Why don't... Sometimes it's really hard to, like, focus in on those bombs. I just want to force push a bomb into a stormtrooper.
I've taken the artifact
Is that so
back
much
my
to
ship
ask?
For analysis. Pity you couldn't make it in time.
Doesn't matter what you steal. You'll never understand it.
Yet you do?
You'll find out soon enough.
I'll take those odds.
Molly says it's funny hearing me yell rats. That's like such a Peanuts thing to yell, like from the comic strip, Charlie Brown or Linus, like, oh, rats. Isn't there something else I can do down here? Maybe later. But yeah, the fourth sister just kind of exists. I really do think that there's something to the rumors that Reva was originally going to go back to the Inquisitorius and inform Darth Vader that she had killed Obi-Wan, and that there would be a little more with all of the Inquisitors in that show, but then they altered that, so we just kind of are done with the fifth brother and the fourth sister after episode 4, and we don't see them again, and it feels kind of odd. Dan Ben, is the Grand Inquisitor the first Inquisitor and then it goes to the second? We don't know yet. I think they're probably gonna save room for a first brother or sister if they want to. For now, I'm kind of assuming that, yeah, it goes Grand Inquisitor, second sister, third, fourth, fifth. But if at one point they want to make one more Inquisitor, they can always just say, okay, it was the first brother or sister. Plus, they can also go with there's a second sister and a second brother, and a third sister and a third brother.
I noticed something while examining this sarcophagus. It's a very convenient location to dispose of nuisances.
You lured me here.
So there's plenty of room for them to continue to expanding
Truly have the wits of a scrapper.
the Inquisitorius.
I'm picking up on something.
You are?
Ain't so fast! Shooting at the target! It's just me now.
Oh. Get up. Oh, come on. Okay, okay.
Face the traitor! I can't get him!
Yeah, just...
Alone.
Oh, out of force. Okay. Woo!
Get to the Jedi!
This is the one little, like, remembering how to use the Force moment where it just kind of happens. Like, I like that you have to practice Force pushing the ball, but I guess there's not really much to pulling. You just press the button.
Where is the Force?
Everywhere. It is within me. It surrounds me.
Just so. It connects you. There will be times when emotion, pain...
David Livingston, thank you for the super chat. Have you or Molly ever played or run a tabletop RPG for Star Wars? If so, did you like it? If not, would you? We have done one session with a friend who kind of started a story, and we played it one time, and it was a lot of fun. And then we just never did it again. So we need to get back into it. And honestly, I would like to run one of my own someday. I mean, I've had so many people
Around you.
tell me that, especially our early videos where they were like a minute long and about just a species lore, people have used that for their tabletop playing. And I love that. I love hearing that. And
The Force is with me. It connects us.
I got into
Yeah, I think so.
playing more D&D than any of the Edge of the Empire or other Star Wars role-playing games. But I do like it, so it would be something that I would love to do, kind of put together a weird campaign for my friends, and then have them try to basically break Star Wars. They would try to do something, and I'll be like, oh, you technically can't. And then they'll roll a nat 20, and I'll be like, well, I guess you did it. The Force works in mysterious ways, I suppose.
Luckily, I always allow for contingencies.
So yeah, it's something that I would like to do, and if we did do it, it would be for sure something we would record and put out on the channel. Just need to find the time to do it, and then obviously like gathering your friends together to record is another big challenge. Oh, I lost BD. He'll catch up. Turn it on, please, Cal. Because this is like one of the darkest things you can do in this game, but... Oh, I'm out. Oh, no, 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 stop. Oh, well, that's fine.
Beat us all.
Yes, I can.
Take egress to the target.
Nice. What are you doing just standing here? And I don't have any force to do the thing, so... There we go. I want to get the saber throw. I feel like that's next on the list. Scotty here, and thank you for another super chat. How much definitive information will we get on Inquisitors in that new Rise of the Red Blade novel? Will they still try and keep things vague? I think the novel is probably the place to do it. No, no, no. I'm just trying to target. I think the novel is probably the place that they will do stuff like that. Oh, come on.
Don't let him get away. Get up here. Hurry. Just keep slipping past.
Just one at a time. Or two at a time. Ah. I like that.
Careful.
Like that too. I don't think I've ever done that in previous games. That was fun. Haven't checked the map in a minute. Let's see what's this way. Because I don't remember. But yeah, I think if they're gonna write a book about Inquisitors, to me, that tells me they're ready to talk about the Inquisitors. Like I was talking about with episode 9 earlier, that they're probably not saving the Inquisitors for anything else. Oh, you're just gonna do psychometry all of a sudden? Are we hanging out here, dude? So I think it's time to get some details surrounding the Inquisitors. And, I mean, there is a chance for them to keep it all vague, since... Nope. Oh, boy. Since they're focusing on an Inquisitor whose name and number we don't even know, they can still keep things vague, but my guess and my hope is that they'll give us some actual info.
Let me see.
Ice, thank you for the next super chat. I feel like the Inquisitors were absent in Obi-Wan Kenobi episodes 5 and 6 to sell Vader's deception to Reva. If they had been there, she may have been on guard. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I think it feels weird that they are in that one scene at the end of... What is the purpose of this room? They're in one scene at the very end of episode 4, and then we don't see them again. It feels a little odd, so... And, like, it would have been cool if they kind of all came marching in with the Grand Inquisitor at the end of episode 5. But it's all good. What's the point of this room? Oh, I've been here before. All right. I'm all turned around again. Oh, that's right. Oh, hey, Tom. I forgot that the synopsis does mention her name, just not her Inquisitor sister number, or does it? But thanks for stopping by, Tom. Ah! Darth Nicholas, thank you for another super chat. I still find it hilarious that this one promo tweet for Kenobi showed off the Fifth Brother's lightsaber like he would be a big deal and a real menace throughout the series. Yeah, I think we're seeing more and more, or I'm coming to realize more and more that I want that. Give me that. That, like, you know, they're not going to give a bunch of stuff away in the marketing. Like, yeah, you can see what the Fifth Brother's lightsaber looks like. That's no problem. Here you go. Check it out. Oh, dang it. I forgot to rest. They showed it off specifically because it wouldn't be a big deal. Okay. Well, you know what? I can just sit and watch. We'll let that happen. I can read chat for a second. Oh, Andy, talking about board games. Star Wars Rebellion is a fun one. I also liked Imperial Assault quite a bit. That's when I played with friends. Getting better at that. Okay. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I remember this puzzle taking me forever the first time. But I think I got it now.
Let's check it out.
Ice, thank you for another super chat. Do you think we could see Inquisitors in Survivor, but as like side bosses instead of main enemies? It would be an interesting spin and make encounters with them and purge troopers more intimidating. Side bosses instead of main... I thought they were side bosses already. Are you talking like on the level as the Jotaz or something like that? Like a... Oh, wait. I need to do this first. I'm remembering. I would like to see the Inquisitors remain as like major bosses. That took me so long the first time. I'm so proud of myself that I just know how to do it now. All right. I do hope we get more Inquisitor action in Survivor. It looks like there's going to be any number of enemies in the new game. Even maybe a former High Republic Jedi, I don't know. But also like bounty hunters. And we haven't seen a ton from the Empire. I think the DT Sentry Troopers were the biggest reveal of something new.
Here it is. I have finally found an intact representation of this sacred Zepho artifact. My friend, look closely.
Dan
This is
Ben,
Nick
do we
Troy
know when the
at the
last
vault
Inquisitor
underground.
was said to
You can
be
see an
around?
object in their hand.
I
Based on this
believe
imagery, I believe
they
this
were
object allows a
the
force
final
fielder
ones
to
were the fifth
perceive
brother
the
and the seventh
mysteries of the
sister,
vault.
and the eighth brother,
This is
who
the
all
key
died
and the guide.
in Star Wars
The
Rebels.
Zepho Astrium.
As far as we know right now, they were the last
But
ones.
who would
But
destroy images of it?
I'm trying to think of, like, you know, Reva, although she's not an Inquisitor anymore, she is still alive, as far as we know, so she could be out there. The ninth sister,
An Astrium.
we push her off of a giant tree in this game, but, you know,
But a key.
people have survived far worse in Star Wars, so I'm skeptical
It's like
that
we know
she
what we have
is
to find.
dead and gone. Trying to think if there was anyone else. I think the Inquisitors we see in Star Wars Rebels were meant to be like the end of the era. Oh, Nicholas, I like that question. How were the Inquisitors in Legends different from the ones in canon? They were not as organized, from what I can recall, and a lot of them were kind of retconned into being Inquisitors, like Jarek from Dark Forces 2. I believe he was created for Dark Forces 2, the game, first, and then they kind of retconned him into being an Imperial Inquisitor after the fact. I think that was the sequence of events.
Probe droid
But
processing unit. What's it like hacking?
they
other
basically
droids
weren't
anyway?
all
Yeah, I'd feel weird about
as
hacking
organized
people, too.
as they
For a
were,
good
and
cause,
I
though,
don't
right?
believe they fell under Darth Vader's command. Trying to think back. They were also a little bit redundant because we had characters like
Check in with the Mantis. Feel it probably
like Mara
knows what's
Jade,
going
who
on.
was the hand of the
You sure
Emperor,
the comm's fixed? They're not
and
answering.
I mean served a pretty similar
What's wrong?
purpose
We need
to
to
the
get back.
Inquisitors.
Nobody around. Think it's some kind of trap? Seems like we've been walking into a
Almost
lot of
definitely.
them lately. Wait, do you hear that?
No? Now I'm nervous. I don't remember a trap here. Do you hear what, Cal?
I've heard Jedi can kill you with a thought. I guess we should just blast first.
I'll just let them keep talking.
Found the target.
Oh, never mind.
Need to find the Jedi.
I was gonna let you live. Whew. Ice, thanks for another super chat, kind of clarifying what you meant earlier, meaning that the Inquisitors would still be chasing you, but they aren't the main force you're against, whereas they are in the game with the second and ninth sisters. I mean, yeah, they might be. I think they're probably just going to be one of. Oh, I didn't even need to do that. I already have all the collectibles in New Game Plus. I forgot. I kind of feel like they're going to keep things similar. I don't see why they would underpower the Inquisitors and make them kind of side bosses instead of as big of a threat as they are. This isn't the fastest way out of here, is it? No, it is not. Why isn't that just a door? Okay, sorry guys. I didn't want to kill you, but...
Enemy here! Not an easy target!
Oh, that was cool. I, like, batted that away. Could go down the elevator. Or we could go to the Venator. I don't really want to do the Venator right now. Yeah.
I feel like I haven't slept in days. Did you see something move?
Gio, I see that Molly answered you, but yeah, I played most of my games on PC.
I'll get all the rewards for this.
No, don't. I'm not. I was gonna leave the droid alone.
Don't panic. Keep steady.
Feeling merciful today, droid. It's funny, like, getting back to the Mantis always seems a little bit harder than leaving it. But yeah, I mostly play games on PC, and I've got a Switch and a PlayStation 5.
Got a trooper.
Been playing my Switch a lot lately.
What's that noise?
I don't have time for you people. Let me go. Just let me go back to my ship. Oh yeah, I need to get to Kashyyyk so I can get the double jump. I've been missing that the whole time. Every, like, platforming game, if I don't have a double jump, I just don't even know what to do. Oh, I forgot. I know you're gonna beat me, because I know that's just how this goes. But I'm still gonna try. I literally forgot all about the Haxian Brood. Now we gotta do this. Okay. Got like 30 minutes. I might be able to get out of here.
BD. Where are we? 81? Hello, buddy? Where are you?
Hey, what's up, Andy?
BD?
Wednesday 13 I'm 10. I'm
Outta here.
pretty sure you
Well,
cannot
here it
beat
is.
them. They always take you down, but it's still fun to try.
Is that a power cable?
There we go. All right. Had to rip apart the whole room.
That did it.
I do like this segment, like,
Here's
that they
cold.
take
Stale.
BD away from you,
Ground.
and just immediately makes things more terrifying. Also, I'm really I've been playing The Last of Us, or I was playing The Last of Us. We beat it recently, and I miss having a flashlight or a lightsaber. Okay. Francisco, you can't kill that bounty hunter. Or sometimes you'll encounter a droid first. Okay, that one doesn't have power. Neither does that one. Let it go.
That did something. Door opened up.
I like Cal, just Captain Obvious over here.
Let's see if I can.
But yeah, after you do all the Haxian Brood stuff in this level, then the Haxian Brood chases you across the galaxy, just becoming another nuisance that you have to deal with.
Feels like I'm being watched.
I'm like... I kinda like this part, and I kinda don't. I don't know. I'm ambivalent. I really like the fighting pit, and with all of the music. It's hard to not get pumped up by that music, but...
What happened to them?
The Haxian Brood stuff in general, I'm just like, BD!
BD? BD1? Is that you? I found you. Are you okay? Let's get you out of there.
The Brood storyline just feels like it doesn't go anywhere. It feels like there was a little bit more to tell with Grease and them and stuff, but... That's me nitpicking one of my favorite games. Like, I think they just wanted to throw in some extra enemies for us to play against throughout.
Let's get that restraining bolt off of you. Jerks. Poor droids. Let's get out of here before the same happens to us.
Mr. Shu, thanks so much for another super chat. When do you think we're going to see the culmination of the Droid Rebellion stuff that's been sprinkled into lore lately? Wait a minute. Where did the... I think there's just like a goodie down there that I don't necessarily need, but they're actually kind of doing some Droid Rebellion stuff right now. Yeah. Wait. What is this for? I don't know what this is for. Does BD have a map of this? Nope. So, the Star Wars comics right now are kind of getting into an old Droid Rebellion that could pop back up. And maybe that's exactly what you're talking about.
That's how you do it.
We might wind up seeing a potential Droid Rebellion happening in not just the High Republic, but also potentially the current day, the Skywalker saga era. There could be some culmination happening in the near future. But I feel like they've also talked about doing Droid Revolution stuff further down the line, so the Droid Revolution might just be a thing that is constantly on the verge of happening, it seems like. Trey, what happened to the Droid Gotra thing? I don't know. They've kind of dropped that for now. You know, like, a lot of stuff I think just gets mentioned in canon and won't necessarily come back. It doesn't have to happen. Especially stuff in the books. I think the authors like to sprinkle some fun stuff in here or there. And occasionally, we might get a Cobb Vanth in live action, but for the most part, I do not think stuff in the books and comics are hinting to stuff to come in future Star Wars content, unless it's more books and comics. Alright, let's see if I can do this in 15 minutes. I love that. I don't know why, but that moment's just great. Whoa!
We celebrate those fallen challengers of the past and the great sacrifice they made to make us all.
Okay, I definitely blocked that, but alright. Blow up. Come on. Okay, that was rude, bug. Come here.
It's fine. I've got more.
There's another one? These bugs, I swear.
You get the hang of it quick.
Maybe you should come down and face me yourself.
I'm too busy counting my credits.
Ice, thank you for another super chat. I get what you said about the Inquisitors. Didn't mean, like, downgrading them. I just meant that it'd be interesting to have 2 enemy factions. In that case, yeah, I think we're going to have multiple enemy factions. Whoa!
Get him some real action.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Ah! Let me... The spiders. I hate all of these things. Oh my god! BD, quick! Alright, I needed that.
Maybe he needs something bigger. You can't stop them all.
Right here, BD.
Might as well heal. I do not remember how many rounds of this I have to do.
The best is yet to come.
I believe you know our next challenge.
Oh, okay, now I just have to do... Bing!
Take this. Slippery.
Catch me now! You got me! Not much of a fight! Quick, Lawson!
Get down here.
Get in on this!
Let's look.
Might as well scan. Bing! Defeated.
Good job.
Alright. That only took like 3 minutes. I thought it might take a little longer. I do really like the Haxian Brood base. It's pretty sick. Mark, I see your super chat. I'm going to answer Isis real quick because it's along the same lines as the Inquisitors still, but
Hey, Grease.
I agree. I hope they're in Survivor. Would you
famous
like to
down
see
there.
any specific Inquisitors appear? I think Grand or Fifth Brother would be neat and make sense considering Cal wrecked their HQ.
Yeah.
Well, Fifth Brother is in Battle Scars. He's on the cover of that book,
The
so
Empire knows about the
I
hologram.
definitely think that the Fifth Brother could pop up in the
The
game.
entire mission is now at risk.
But the Ninth
And I
Sister,
had a nice
I
chat
think
with
that
the second
they might
sister.
continue her story on. I feel like the Second Sister, obviously, and the Ninth Sister were created for this game specifically,
She told
and then
me.
the comics pulled the Ninth
told me
Sister
you
in
betrayed her to the
as
Empire.
well.
Is it
So
true?
She'll say anything
since
to
since the
jeopardize
Ninth
this mission.
Is it
Sister's
true?
fate is left ambiguous in this game,
She
I
was
would like
my
to see her again.
apprentice. Before the purge.
You should have told me.
Any other specific
We're getting
ones?
An encrypted message from
Grand Inquisitor would be really neat, but there's also that other Powan character that, you know, who knows? That's a senator. It's not the Grand Inquisitor. We know that for
Mara.
sure, but I think they might not have
found
two
Tarful,
characters
and he
who
is
look
willing
so
to meet
similar at the same time.
That's not all. The Empire overran our position
Riva,
after the
we don't know exactly when this is
Saw
taking place,
retreated
but
off-world.
Riva
Some
is
of us have
probably,
joined the Wookiee fighters
I'm
in
gonna
the
guess, she will have left
You
the
too.
Inquisitorius by the time of this game, or at least will not appear in it. Fourth Sister? Let's see what she ever got up to. I think Ninth Sister and Fourth
Yeah,
Sister would
relief.
be my two picks.
This is fine. Everything is gonna be fine.
And Darth Nicholas, thank you for another super chat. Would you like to see The Who make a live-action Star Wars cameo? Hell yes. For me, that and having them release a song for Survivor like they did for Fallen Order would be so cool. You know, I never
Can we talk?
even thought of
I
that.
don't know what's going on between you and her.
The fact
I mean, I figure
that
it's some kind of Jedi
we could
thing,
get a
but
sequel
I don't think
Who
this is
song.
the right
So
time
yeah,
for
I
it.
think it would be
Your
awesome if The Who, not or if just
It's
Who,
my
not The
business.
Who, if Who got to
We're
make a
all in this
live-action
together,
cameo
aren't we?
somewhere. But I would also love it if they did another song for Survivor, because that was a big surprise that this game had like a song written for it, especially for this game.
Almost got you killed. I'm sorry.
I think that's super cool.
I mean, we all make mistakes, right? Well, maybe not you. Hey, why don't you cut her some slack? I'm not saying do it for me, but you two are the best thing that ever happened in my life. Before you came along, all I cared about was a tight hand on a stiff heater.
I really like this moment,
What it is.
and I like Grease a lot, but I do feel like there
Yeah, life's
are
not a
some
game.
missing pieces to his story. Just like we haven't had a ton of interactions with each other in the game itself. And he's like, you're one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Seer I get, but Cal, I'm like,
it's different.
I just met you. So I feel like maybe there was a little bit more with him and the Haxian Brood, some extra encounters that Cal might have with him.
Cordova had supplies hidden all over Bogano. Could be worth a trip back to explore.
Well, yeah. Let's go get the double blade.
Headed to Bogano.
We'll do that. We can start Kashyyyk next
Anyone else
week.
hear that weird noise earlier?
I didn't hear anything. But my meditation helps me focus out memories.
Hi, Bogling. Oh, bye, Bogling.
Not a normal sound the Mantis makes. Sounded like it came from inside, too.
That's
Like a stowaway?
Grease talking about the
They'd have
Bogling
to
made
be
me think
pretty
of that.
small, Greaves. This ship isn't that big.
Maybe. Could be. I have been
Let me
missing
run
some
back
food,
to
like weird
Mark
smells.
White.
Oh,
Sorry for the wait
droid
there
smell?
on your super chat,
Not
but
that
thank
I'm
you.
aware of. I
I'm
think
literally
that
writing a
would
chapter on subjugation of droids in
Alright,
Star
I'll do
Wars
more
right now. Where has the droid rebellion
find
stuff
something,
been
I'll let
mentioned?
you know.
Nice, and glad to wait 6 weeks if employees don't go through crunch. Agreed.
We're about to drop out of hyperspace. Sit down.
The game's coming out. I'm okay to wait 6 more weeks, but the droid rebellion stuff, it's kind of been scattered around. I think any story with L337 in it is good. The most recent stuff has been in Star Wars Revelations, which was a comic that kind of is tying a lot of stuff together. It was a one-shot comic, so that might be a good place to start. Read Star Wars Revelations. It came out in November of last year, I think.
How many of the creatures out there actually eat little Aterons like
And
me?
then
I don't know, Grease.
the Han Solo and
right. You doing
Chewbacca
okay?
comic right now
I need to check
is
on
dealing
your
with
state
it
of mind
a little
now and then,
bit.
because if you go, then I go in a much more
The book
painful
Last
way.
Shot. I think I'm thinking of something different with Last Shot. I don't know what he
I haven't
asked,
really thought about it.
so
Oh,
I'm
I
just
get
making a
it.
guess there.
Too busy on the task to worry about yourself.
I do the same thing all the time. I don't know if you heard, but I cook.
I'm trying to remember when the droid Gotra has popped up. Maybe the Aftermath books. Check Wikipedia for the droid Gotra, and then go down and look at appearances, and that should tell you that should give you a really good starting place for droid rebellion stuff, because the droid Gotra is kind of like a militarized droid movement. I think they've been branded as terrorists by some people. Alright, let's see where I should go now that I couldn't before. Off to the right here. Which I can go up zip lines now, right? So... Okay, good.
Oh, hi there.
Yay! Finally scan a bogling.
Making a new friend?
No, that's not what I was trying to target. But hopefully that helped Mark White. Actually, now that I'm thinking of other possibilities, stop! Oh my god, this is too many! Okay, well this one just seems content to let me hack it to pieces. Oh, rude. Feel a little bad about that. Okay.
Now, BD.
Whoop. Bad time to look at chat. What? Just gotta float up in the air, huh? All right. Oh, I think that's where I get the double blade. Off this way. Just down a little bit. This should be fun. I've never done the double blade here before.
Let's see what's behind here. Excellent.
Hello, boglings.
My friend, I flew with all haste to Coruscant and presented my findings to the Council.
Hozolf, do I have any predictions about the Survivor story? I'm hopeful that the guy in the tank, I really do hope he is a High Republic Jedi, because I think that would be awesome. But really, no. I have read Battle Scars, but so I'm not going to talk about anything from there. But that's really not like a lead into Survivor. It's like an in-between story.
This place is special.
So I don't think it was meant to give some hints.
Keep him with us.
Cool. There, now I think I've gotten them everywhere. I've gotten on Bogano, Kashyyyk, and Dathomir. Oh. Let me turn on my saber. And swing it wildly. Cool. Let's see. Where else can we go in like 5 minutes? Doesn't really look like there's anything else to check out. So let's go back to the Mantis. Ice, thanks for another super chat. You can interact with Grease a ton in between planets, and there's some nice moments in there. Oh yeah, I know. I have done all that. There's some nice moments, so him feeling that way makes sense by this point. I'm just really talking about me being nitpicky and not like suspending my belief at all. Suspending my disbelief? Just because I don't know how much time has passed in this game, but it's probably not a ton. So the idea that Grease is like, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I'm like, I met you 2 days ago. That's more what I'm getting at. I hate these things.
Stim here, BD.
Need that double jump. Did I just... Oh, wait. I can reach that. Hello, Boglings. Alright, let's...
Quiet. Too quiet.
I do like Grease's dialogue a lot. Like everything that you can talk to him
Not
here
a fan of nature, Grease?
or flying
Only
around.
behind
Always
glass.
fun.
Otherwise, nature's not a fan of me. I mean, I may have 4 arms, but if you haven't noticed, I'm basically bite-sized for most deadly creatures.
Hi, Ultra Finn. I'm a big fan of this game too. And all Star Wars games. I don't think I found a single seed yet.
It's pretty dead in there.
Yep. Haven't really been looking for the seeds. I believe I got that stim already, Kyler. That's the one with the ball puzzle. Man, I still like the white, but let's mix it up a little. Honestly, like, it's hard to beat just the prongs. They're my favorite. That's kind of... Oh, the Zepho markings. I didn't even realize Eno had that. That's cool. Go with some leather. Like that. More leather. Actually, the leather in the middle looks good. Let's go with Eno's stuff. That's neat. Chromium. I'm gonna go real shiny. And I've been neglecting green, so there we go. Let's get some green out here. Nice. Matthew Robert, rich Corinthian leather. Let me go back to the standard outfit. Oh, I should have done this a long time ago. Try to make match the Biggs BD1 in the thumbnail. Get the big ship. White, yellow, black. That works. All right. One more save, and then we're going to wrap up so that I can go talk about The Last of Us. Oh, and one more skill. The only one I can afford. You. Okay. And that is going to be the end of today's Fallen Order stream. We'll be back, or I'll be back next Tuesday to pick things up. We'll go to Kashyyyk again, and then we'll finally go to Dathomir and finish things up. But yeah, I am in 9 minutes going to be over on a certain point of view to talk about The Last of Us with the View crew. The stream, when I end it, should automatically redirect you there. If you want to come hang out and keep this party going and talk Last of Us with us. But yeah, I set up a redirect for the people who are asking where that's going to be. And yeah, thank you all for hanging out today, talking Fallen Order, talking Survivor and the delay and everything. Oh, and I just saw, sorry, Darth Nicholas, I saw you sent in another super chat. Thank you. Playing Fallen Order now, it's so difficult to hear Grease express his admiration for Yaddle and wish to meet her, unlike before. Yeah, now that we know that he'll never meet Yaddle, that is very sad. But I like that they threw that line in there for the original game, and then we learned what happened to Yaddle, and everyone that wrote that, who were probably fans of Yaddle, were just as devastated as Grease would be. But I guess Grease doesn't know, so he can't be truly heartbroken. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out today. Thank you to those of you who sent in super chats and supported the channel. It means a lot to us. I'm going to go grab a drink of water, and I will see everyone over on POV to talk about The Last of Us. But thank you all so much for watching here